something that I just can't understand the way I behave. Some people you can never save. In my right hand, got a girl on my ear, and on my left hand, throwing back a beer. What can I say, amigo?
All right, so if you remember, when we last left our intrepid group, Della and Miranda had run off the devil man, who was not nearly as dead as everyone thought. And yeah, right. And Volt was casing the eastern gate into the St. Louis Cemetery number 1, and you guys were on your way to arrive and meet with him, if I remember correctly. So. Yes, and that's where we left off last time. So, that being said,
how long did the fight take? 5 minutes?
If that. It probably took 5 minutes from the time you heard somebody outside your house to the point where he ran off down the street and dissipated into black smoke. Probably. If that long.
How long would it take me to do a thaumaturge spell to increase the threshold of my house?
I can do a thing that increases the threshold of your house.
Well, if you're there, though.
She's
at my house.
Well, but if I leave, I think
you guys get to leave, I think, right?
Yeah.
So I have to be in it currently when...
Right.
I mean, I have threshold protection already, but after this...
Everybody... Well, yours, since it's a private residence, has a threshold of probably like 2. You probably got a ward spell up. So, Jody, what's your lore skill at right now?
5.
You probably have a ward around your house of a 5. You could throw up a ward pretty easy. That would be strength 5 and no problem. Now, if you wanted to be stronger than that, then we're going to have to talk about, maybe on weekends when you're not, destroying ghosts and, saving the world.
I'll just see if Darwin can help me. Probably between the two of us, you can make a stronger thing.
I don't know if you have a ward at your house either. It wouldn't be a bad... Honestly, wouldn't hurt, since you guys are kind of getting into the thick of things, to get wards on all your respective businesses.
You know what?
Yeah. Or respective living quarters.
Think about, since we're kind of doing this, it's becoming more of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
We should talk to the rest of the guys about it. But we should think about, maybe setting up a base of operations.
Have a lair?
Let's have a lair.
I know a big warehouse.
I was about to say. I
was about to
lair type area.
I just show up at their houses and then I volunteer at his house to be like...
You have a big black car that's parked inside it? Oh, wait, you already have a big black car. That's right.
I was going to mount flamethrowers too.
That's right. And I put a big bat on the side.
We have a supernatural mobile.
All right.
It sounds like a great idea, but... I really like the location of my house.
I think my threshold is just going to be a bunch of tripwires set up to sawed-off shotguns.
That's a pretty good threshold.
I mean...
Yeah, that'll definitely deter, most things.
I'm around a bunch of artists, so that's mine. I mean,
yeah. It smells like patchouli. Run away. And B.O. I'm sorry. Okay. No, actually, the NOLA Art House, actually, most of the artists there are actually a little nicer than that. It probably does smell like patchouli and clove cigarettes, but other than that, it's actually probably a very clean and nice place, because most of the people there have actually, they've either got sponsors or they've sold a few pieces, and, they make a little money.
Too many copies of Infinite Jest on there. Sorry.
But yeah, so you probably, and you might even want to think about setting up wards that have attacks attached to them. If you remember in the Dresden Files, his door was set up so that it did lightning strikes.
Yeah.
And it was...
That's cool.
The way they got around in the Dresden Files was they attacking the zombies. Hundreds of zombies. Mm-hmm. And so it gradually ran the ward down of power because it's just zapping zombies, and there's hundreds of them, and so after a while, it's out of juice. So.
Start burning the whole complex down, just whatever to get past the war.
So,
but
think about
I went to mine later. Maybe I could toss wards up on everybody's places.
Not a bad idea.
Again,
not a bad idea. If nothing else, wards that will alert you when something supernatural gets in a certain radius. Mm-hmm. He had one of those too, where if something got close, there was a candle that would burn blue, and so that told you, right. So it's not a bad idea, if nothing else. And those doing something like that would probably, you could do everybody a alert ward in probably an afternoon. because those are really, really low power. But yeah, anyway. They wouldn't protect you, but they'd at least let you, climb out the back window if you want to get away from stuff. So there you go. All right, but anyway, Miranda and Della and Bunk and Darwin, what are you guys up to?
Well, depending on what time it was, I know that we had talked about meeting up around the cemetery area around,
Like 9 or something like that.
I think it was something like 9, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And keep them watch for a couple hours and see if anything happens.
See,
Yeah.
What time is it?
Well, it had just gotten dark when the Devil Man attacked you. Or it had been dark for maybe an hour. So I think it was probably around 8 o'clock, maybe 8:30 when it all said and done. And you had been there watching the east entrance for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You'd been there since at least the sun went down because I know you watched Oliver lock everything up.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So I'm gonna tell Miranda. Or something to say. So Miranda, I think the Devil Man was here because the staff is in my house.
I thought so. Should
And
we?
I'd rather not leave the staff here unattended. So I'm gonna take it with us. Is that
Okay.
crazy? Okay.
No, I was
So-
going to suggest the same.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the staff with us. And do I have any? I'm gonna rummage around. You can do a resource thing for something that maybe I keep some maps in. And can I fit the staff in there? I mean, is it wide or is it just long?
It's kind of a short staff. It's probably about this long. The head of it is this kind of this big gnarled piece of wood, and it tapers to kind of a little bit of a point, but not sharp enough to actually hurt anybody. Okay, you could impale a vampire with it if you wanted to, but only black court vampires would really care. So it's probably about this big at one end, and it comes to kind of like a point about like that big at the other end. So you're not going to have a tube that would really fit it.
Then
Doesn't
I will
mean
just
you
have a
could-
fancy walking stick.
You're going to touch it. Oh, that's interesting. Cool.
I wonder if Darwin can make a bag of holding. He's like,
Nah.
nah.
You could have something that would open up into the Never Never, and you could deposit stuff there. But essentially, you
That
just
would
be
just be
carrying
leaving
a
a
the Never
closet,
Never. Yeah.
leaving it in a closet, and
Yeah.
it just laying in a field in Narnia.
Yeah, right.
That's what I feel like. It is.
All right.
Stab it in the ground in Narnia, it's like sprouting. It's like I'm not sure you want a Devil Man staff sprouting.
So I know I had wrapped cloth around
You
it.
had, yes,
But was it all around the staff?
pretty much, yeah. I mean, you had kind of wrapped something around it. So I think you had wrapped your coat around it initially.
I believe
That's
so
what
too. I
happened.
remember
And then
that.
dumped it in a drawer, probably.
Yeah, well, yeah, you'd probably put it somewhere. I don't know. Do you want to touch it? You don't know that anything bad's going to happen to you.
Do it if you're bad.
Do it for the grand.
All right, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the drawer
Mm-hmm.
that has that in there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm on.
It's probably sitting in your umbrella stand by the door, actually.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the umbrella stand, and
Big elephant foot. Sorry.
I'm gonna touch it.
Feels like a stick. It's
I'm
very
gonna-
black.
I'm gonna grab it.
Feels like a stick.
Any fear? Nothing
Make a
strange
dispatch-
things
okay,
are
go.
happening.
Do you want to look at it with your wizard's sight?
No.
Okay.
No, I mean I do eventually, but we have
Yeah, you got things
bigger
to do.
fish
right.
to fry, and that I think that would take me down a rabbit hole.
feels like a black piece of wood. You think it's probably ebony. You don't think it's anything else. The interesting thing is, you would have kind of figured when you guys killed the Devil Man that this stuff would have turned into ectoplasm, that clear goo.
Right.
And it's kind of interesting that it didn't.
Right. All right.
Yeah.
So
Guess
I'm
that
just
should have
gonna-
been
I'm
our
gonna take
clue
it.
that he was still
I
around.
figured that if I can handle it and it's not doing anything weird to me, I at least have a pointy stick to impale someone with.
Well, as far as you know, it's not doing anything.
Whatever.
Did we attempt to destroy this thing before? And it
We haven't
not
had
work?
time.
No, you guys have been
We took the stick. It was
running
like a
full out.
really
It's
long night, and we said we
Entirely
went to
possible
sleep.
that this thing is like a phylactery or something, and the reason why he is not going away is because maybe
Something's
this
inside
is
it.
tethering him here still. Maybe.
Could be.
Very possible.
Could be. No, I agree with you. I mean,
Make me a lore
yeah.
check.
Okay. I'm super great at that.
I heard that. Well, okay, even. What's
Yeah.
your
So
lore?
1.
It's possible. Didn't help at all, did it?
Possible.
I just like the fact that she used the word phylactery.
Yeah, that's good.
points.
That's definitely worth a point.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna carry it like it's a staff, it's a
Yeah.
walking stick.
Yeah.
It's long enough to be a walking stick, right?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Are you touching it? Skin to.
Yep. She
Wood,
is.
skin to wood, skin to
Okay.
ebony, skin to whatever.
Okay.
Again, it feels just like it's actually very smooth. It seems like it's been worn. The top of it's actually, kind of rounded, and it's the side that's kind of gnarled, like almost like somebody's put their hand on it many, many times in the past, and so it's just worn down to where the top is just kind of smooth and soft and glassy.
You're gonna say it has like finger grooves in it?
No, not quite like that. Just like somebody's
Used
held
it
it
for
like
years.
this. Walks with it. Yeah, you don't know. But yeah, and this make me a lore check, sweetie.
Whoa,
That's a good-
look at that.
Okay.
+7.
That is
Nice.
You get
hella good.
Yeah, you get the
That is so
intense
nice.
feeling that this thing is very, very old. I mean, when you start running your hands on it, and it just feels worn and like it's been around for a while, and you get the distinct feeling of age from it.
Okay.
Not like it was, put together in the last 20, 30 years, but like this thing may have been around for a while. Not sure how long. So yeah.
It was made in the darkness, molded by it.
Molded by it. There you go.
Didn't see
Alright.
light until it was already old wood.
That's right. You're right.
All right. Well, let's head down to the cemetery to meet the guys.
All right. So you guys hop a streetcar to head to the cemetery, or possibly a bus. Do you have a vehicle? No. So you're probably going to just head down there on public transportation and scooter.
Yeah.
You mean you can catch a bus too? I mean, St. Louis #1 has lots of stuff that runs by it, so it's up to you whether you want to have your scooter there or not.
That's all right. I like to have my own mode of getting out.
Definitely understood.
Especially now that he's hanging out with us.
Right,
Yeah.
right? Gotcha. All right, so you all head towards the cemetery. You've been kind of hanging out there. Haven't seen anything untoward. It's been dark for maybe an hour or two. You're sitting in the Impala. Or no, I'm sorry. You were hiding in the shadows where one of the stairs.
Hiding underneath it or something.
Right, and so you've been kind of hanging out there. Not a whole lot going on. You see a few people walking down the street. Not a whole lot. Where are you heading to? You remember there's a south entrance and an eastern entrance. Who's heading where?
Which one was the one that Oliver was at?
Oliver's at the south entrance. So
South
there's a little guard
entrance.
shack there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we'd all go to the same entrance we'd been at earlier.
So the south entrance? Okay. You roll up to the south entrance, get off the bus. You see Oliver sitting in his little guard shack. There's a light on. He looks like he's maybe watching television, something like that. He looks terribly excited about everything. So, yeah.
Has he noticed us?
Well, probably not. Unless you head towards the cemetery,
We should-
he probably wouldn't
We
notice
should
you.
probably. Are we sneaking in? Like, what is the plan? Because we should probably not be seen by him if we were doing.
I thought this was more of a stakeout thing at this
Yeah.
point because I
Oh, okay.
thought we heard the story of like cars coming in and out, and then
Yeah.
Oliver's like, I don't know anything about that, and then we're like,
Yeah, sure you
We're
don't.
just kind of like in
Should we-
different areas, not actually
We should
going
maybe
to the.
group up and spread out. Like maybe cover both the entrances and just watch it
We
from
should group
afar.
up and spread out.
Well, like
I
what
like
I
it.
meant is not spread out one
In pairs and
individually
vote by
in
himself.
pairs. Yeah,
Like Scooby Doo?
yeah. Scooby Gang. Let's
So
do
yeah,
it.
so Scooby and Shaggy will go one way while Velma and Fred and Daphne go the other way. So Daphne can get into trouble and something they have to rescue her. There you go. That's the way it works.
My glasses.
Yeah.
That's what,
So
And Scooby and
Scooby and Shaggy will have the sandwiches.
right. Well, so, well,
and the Benny Hen. Not Benny Hen. What's the song?
Benny Hill.
Benny Hill. Benny Hen is a different vibe entirely.
No,
I was like,
they always had I love you, I really think I love some kind of cheesy
So,
70s music
yes.
while they run back and forth between doors and stuff like that. Yeah. Alrighty. Boy, we are really showing how old we are. Or at least I am.
I'm
So,
young.
I don't know, because the moment I heard my glass, the first thing I thought was the Scooby-Doo and Johnny Bravo crossover episode.
I
where
can't see without my
I
glasses.
can't see without my glasses. I can't be seen without my glasses.
I forgot about that.
that's good stuff. That's good stuff.
Oh, mama.
So, you get off the bus or the streetcar, whichever one you're taking, and you've all kind of arrived probably about around the same time, maybe within about 15 minutes of each other. You're at the south entrance. Let's see. Let's say Della and Miranda arrive first. Okay. So you get off the streetcar at the south entrance. What are you going to do? Well, it's going to be a bus. Actually, there's no streetcars.
Okay. I guess
Let's just hop off and stand over here and kind of like on the north side.
Yeah, we'll just
The north,
opposite.
the north side is where the cemetery is, so you would be standing on the south side of the road.
There's a south and an east entrance.
Right. So
Okay,
so you
opposite,
got hang on, you got your doors, okay? You got your entrance in the southern wall of the cemetery. Okay, so yeah, so if you go across the street, you'd have to continue further south.
Okay.
I guess I should sketch it out on the thing.
Whatever entrance they're going to stake out, we should probably stake out the other one.
Okay.
Right.
And at some point, maybe tell them about what happened at your house.
Right.
You know, you could give them a call.
Oh, I could do that.
We do
I
have
could do
phones.
that.
Mm-hmm. You could.
I
give
know
them a
yours
call.
works.
Yours works
Yours
too
works.
now.
I'm
Sure.
going to take about
Apparently.
10 steps away from Della
Yeah, probably.
and then call Darwin.
All right. Your phone
Ring,
rings.
Well, I don't answer.
Yeah.
I'm driving.
Doesn't answer. All right, I
Try to take your hands off the handlebars.
Wait, do I
No,
have
thank
Bunk's
you.
phone number? Did we exchange
Yeah, I think
information?
you called me.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, all right.
That
I will
was the
call
thing.
Bunk then.
Yes,
So you call Bunk.
Yes.
Ring, ring.
Bunk, you're on the bus heading down that direction.
Yep.
So phone call.
Y'all are separate.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Mhm.
I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, which one did we decide? South. We're staking out the south entrance. When you get here,
Okay.
stake.
Whispering.
Oh, I'm not sure.
How are you now?
I'm
on the bus.
Oh,
It's really weird that I'm whispering. On
okay.
the
Sorry.
bus.
Well, you don't have to whisper.
No.
I can
Okay.
whisper and you can talk
Okay.
more. Okay. So we're now I'm talking normal. So we're at the south entrance, kind of watching.
Okay.
Guards getting kind of.
Who's we?
Me and Della.
Okay.
We were attacked earlier. That's another thing. I guess. Should I tell them that now?
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
not
you
gonna
should
tell
do
Already
that
started.
She said no.
now. Okay.
She
Then
said no.
no.
It's not relevant to what we're doing right now. But
Just tell him.
okay, the devil man is alive and well.
Didn't we? Get rid of that problem.
We thought we did, but we may or may not be holding his really deadly staff right now on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I don't know that he'll. I'm assuming
Okay.
that we
are
won't.
y'all okay?
We're good. We're totally fine. It went. I handled it.
Of course y'all.
And but we're staking out the south entrance. So when you get here, if you see anybody else, maybe the other entrance needs a pair
Okay.
of eyes on it.
All right. I'll head to the other entrance,
East
east entrance.
entrance,
And
yeah.
have you talked to anybody else besides?
I tried calling Darwin, but he doesn't answer my calls, probably because I'm annoying. But I will probably call Bolt after that.
Well, he might be driving too. So
That's also valid. He
Right.
is on a scooter.
yes.
Yeah.
All right. Have anybody heard from Volt?
Haven't, assuming he's sleeping in.
Okay.
Okay. I'll call him.
Yeah, you call him, and then I'll be at the east entrance and let him know that's where I'll be.
Okay. All right. I'll send him your way.
All right. So you guys are going to slide into the shadows now, or are you going to call Volt first?
I'll maybe texting's better than calling, given
that's
the
not a
fact
bad
I'm trying to
idea,
be
yeah.
stealthy.
Give him a text message.
I'll send him a text message that says, "At South Cemetery entrance, meet Bunk at East entrance when you wake up." Send.
KK, been there since 6.
Oh, okay, cool. He's already here. Where are you?
I'm looking around.
I'm
East
full on-
entrance.
Cool.
I'm
Bunk's on
full
his way
on-
to you.
I
KK.
full on expected us to be like, oh man, he's been sleeping at the east entrance this entire time.
Yeah, sleeping in.
Yeah, that's a Miranda statement right there. Oh, you've been sleeping at the east entrance? Oh, okay. Yeah, right. Gotcha. Sure.
Got evicted from a warehouse.
Get that it's boring, but
Full of hard times.
look
I'd
alive.
like to see that happen. Yeah,
That's true.
landlord says, "Yeah, you haven't been paying rent." Mm.
You should pay me rent.
That's right. I'm keeping it safe down
Oh,
here.
and then I will send
protection money.
emoji of the devil and a sword and the wizard emoji and the wizard emoji that's holding the staff. Yeah.
You're not
I think
sure what
so.
that
Yeah,
means.
so, I just send back a dragon and lightning.
works.
Yeah.
Did it have a dragon emoji? I guess so.
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah,
There
there's
is
a dragon
an-
emoji.
That's cool.
oh yeah, he's on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fully interpret that as we're on the same page.
Yeah.
He understood
He
everything.
understood
And he's
everything.
watching.
That's right. Wow, we're simpatico. Yeah. Alrighty.
I'm
So
really good at this stuff, guys.
you two need to make me a stealth check real quick since you're hiding from Oliver.
Who, us?
What?
Yes.
Is
You're
Is
hiding
stealth
from
a
Oliver, right.
specific thing or a?
Stealth is a skill.
There's a stealth.
Okay, I don't have it.
You have +0. Everybody has every skill just at +0 unless it says minus something.
Oh no!
Wow.
She walks right up and says,
I'm really good at disguise.
Face plant.
I'm at a -1.
Wow.
You find all the
you don't have
broken
any stealth
glass in
either?
the street and just step on
Oh my
it.
god.
I imagine that while I was whispering to Bunk, he just noticed already. I was like, "Hey!"
be at the south entrance.
Yeah, you're standing out in the middle of the street talking to Volt and Bunk, and as you start to head across the street, Oliver steps on the little guard shack and goes, "Hey,
Oh, hey!
what are you doing back here? We're closed."
We're not here for this.
That's a report. Oh no, that's a deceit check. I'm just gonna need
I
that.
don't think I have that.
Oh goody,
Oh,
this
good.
ought to be fun.
No, you're good at this.
This is when she's going to get all pluses.
Yep.
Oh, I dropped one on the floor.
She's even now.
until I roll that one.
Oh no, Kaylin touched it.
That's okay.
Yeah, watch it be a plus. What I tell you.
Well, it was a nothing, so
Yeah.
that's good.
Better than negative.
0.
Let me see if I
I'm
can.
not gonna lie, I don't have stealth, but I do have deceit. I figured I
Yeah.
probably couldn't hide from someone, but I might be able to lie.
Lie your way
Oh,
out.
yeah.
Oh, I got lost.
I have performance.
Oliver looks at you and says, "Yeah, look, you're gonna have to go stand somewhere else. I don't know what you're doing here, but don't make me call the police."
Please don't loiter. Just
Just move on. He didn't buy it.
I'm
He only got
having
+1,
such-
so you know.
I am having such mixed feelings.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk to Gabriel later. He's going to hear about this.
Yep, yep.
All right.
So you guys are gonna have to
So
move along.
really loudly, I'm gonna say, well, okay, let's go get a drink. And I head down one of the roads that to, where I know there's a
So
bar.
you can head. It's only probably you can go probably 2 or 3 blocks, and you'll be
Texting
out of
Vault
range.
already. Change of plan. South entrance.
No,
Wide
no, no,
open.
no, no,
Oh,
no, no,
okay,
no,
we're
no,
good.
no.
Okay.
We're just gonna walk away.
Right.
We're gonna circle
Delete,
around.
delete, delete.
I want to know what the rest of that was. Change of plan, south entrance wide open.
You see a dragon.
Alright, so-
Barely.
So I just follow Bella's lead at this
Right.
point, since I have royally cocked this up.
So you guys are heading east.
We're gonna
About
stay further away and just kind of like peek around.
where you're walking down the street and you hear. Darwin comes rolling up on his scooter. Probably you park your scooter somewhere and chain it to a lamppost or one of those little horse-headed thingies. Used to be, I guess, a hitching post at some point, but yeah, you chain it there, and you get off your scooter.
Whole bunch of waving and arm flailing like a.
Okay.
There
I
you go.
called you.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
What's up?
So we were made at the cemetery.
No,
So we're kind of moving away a little bit. So we're here, but you won't see us. Hopefully. So the south entrance needs somebody.
By the way, remember that any stress that you took from last round is gone.
Oh,
Now your
okay.
minor consequence is still there, but it'll be gone after this scene. But if any stress you took is gone. So if you cast any spells, you're kind of recharged, rested, and relaxed, and ready to go. Sorry. Anyway,
Okay, quick question though.
Yeah.
As we're having this conversation,
I'm bandaged.
are we in front of the south entrance as we're having this
No,
conversation?
no, we
you
moved
guys are
down
about
the
2
road.
blocks to the east.
Yes, right in front.
See, that's what I was thinking. I was like,
Yeah.
we've been made, you might not see us, but we'll be around. I'm sitting there just like, Oliver's like,
Send a message at
"Hi."
the
What are you
people
doing there? Yeah.
now think
No,
it's-
they're about 2 blocks east. You saw them. They were actually walking away from the
Oh,
cemetery
100%. It looks
when
like
you
it
stopped.
totally
Yeah.
It's an ink blot at this point for me.
Yeah, so Oliver
Sure.
saw us and told us to leave or be arrested.
Yeah.
I mean, at that point,
Is this whole
I feel like we don't have to be right on top of that thing to see whether or not vehicles are going in and out of it.
probably
Yes.
you're right.
So we're gonna make a really big square
So what's
and come
across
back
from the
and find somewhere else to
south
loiter.
entrance?
See, I was wondering that too.
South
Yeah,
entrance, I believe we said that there were houses. Little townhouses and stuff like
okay.
that. To the west of it, there's the train museum, which unfortunately you did not get to go to, which was sad. Maybe tomorrow. And then on the east entrance, there's again more houses and residential area kind of around it. If you go a little further east, there's Louis Armstrong Park, which nobody wants to go into after dark anyway. So there you go.
So not a good lot of places to.
Yeah.
Well, the houses, a lot of them have like those little stairs, like where he's hiding. There are a few side streets that you could go and things like that.
There's not like a bar that you can go sit in and just kind of peek around.
Unfortunately, no.
That'd be nice.
That'd be further along.
Yeah.
If you go further down, probably about 2 or 3 blocks, there's lots of them. Across the street from Louis Armstrong Park, there's a bunch of bars, but it's really going to be too far to see the cemetery from. So, yeah, unfortunately.
Do we think that they'll show up given how suspiciously we've acted and the fact that we told Oliver today that we basically knew about cars showing up here and
No, I think Oliver is probably one of those guys who doesn't believe that if something is happening, that anything would happen. He probably doesn't take us seriously.
I guarantee
imagine why.
I can guarantee he does not take us seriously.
All right, so while you guys are standing on the sidewalk discussing this with Darwin, the bus lets you off at the corner of the cemetery. And what are you going to do, Buck?
Do I see any of them or?
No. Make me a investigation. Well, it's not really alertness. Make me an alertness.
Okay.
Reroll the one that cocked. Yeah,
Nice.
it really.
You guys rolled great today.
So just -1.
Okay. No, you don't.
Even.
Yeah. Okay. Well, no, you don't. They're a couple blocks down, so you don't. I mean, there's actually a good enough people out on the street that you are not really seeing them.
Okay.
So yeah.
So I'll head to the east entrance.
Okay. Cool. All right, you're at the east entrance. You're kind of underneath these stairs.
I'm gonna keep an eye out for Bunk.
Right. Yeah, you see him kind of coming along. Well, it being sneaky.
No, not especially. I mean,
Okay.
I'm kind of like I'm walking around, like trying to act
Right,
normal
right.
and not look suspicious.
You see him, walking down the sidewalk on the street near where you are. Yeah, you definitely see him walking.
Okay. I will de-dragon, go back to human form, and go out to meet him.
Okay. Volt slides up from underneath the stairs. What it is the stairs kind of go up to the door, and there's a little kind of lower area, which would be probably for drainage, that's down there, and he's kind of sitting. It's not really. It's concrete. It's not dirty or nasty or gross or buggy or anything like that. But he's kind of down in this little lower area because it gives him a good place to hide. It's also very shadowy. There's a lot less streetlights, remember, than there normally are in New Orleans because it's still only about 5 years after Katrina. So there's a lot of streetlights, and there's definitely a lot of shadows that you can hide in. It comes out and meets you, and I guess you guys probably go hide in the area.
Yeah.
I got a good hide spot.
Give me a stealth check. I'll let one of you roll, or each of you roll, whichever you prefer.
Do you have stealth?
I've got a 1 for stealth.
Okay, I can change back to dragon form and get 3 stealth.
Boom.
Okay, so you can assist him, which means you get a +1.
Okay. Hoocha, hoocha, money. Well,
That's not bad.
So +2 stealth then?
And he helps us plus.
He has.
Also +3 total then.
Okay, so
Nice.
you guys kind of slide up next to the thing. You think you're pretty sneaky and
He's
you don't
hiding
like clothes,
underneath
so
me.
you're good.
You're doing
Yeah.
a lot better.
All right, so you guys are on the sidewalk trying to figure out what you're going to do about the south entrance, right?
Miranda's jealous.
All right.
Super salty.
So I text
Super
to
salty.
Miranda, in position.
In position.
Okay. Pumpkin.
I'm gonna say, send a emoji of a dragon, a lightning bolt, and a trombone.
Did I send it?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, you got it.
I will send back an emoji of a crying, sad face and 2 broken hearts and an ambulance.
You're not sure.
Are they in
trouble?
And so I
You're
just
kind of wondering.
text
should-
back, question mark.
Yeah.
I'd be like, and I just send a thumbs up. Be like, good.
You don't think she's? You're not sure what's
What
going
is
on.
happening?
Yeah. It seems-
Pouring my heart out in my text messages.
Okay, Unfortunately, I can't interfere because I'll kill her phone.
Mhm.
I'm at the mercy of her
Oh.
emojis.
The power I wield right now. So, do you want to tell Darwin what happened to us
Sure.
earlier? He's probably wondering why you're holding that.
Yeah, she does have a
I'm
big
just confused why you guys are having a conversation like I'm not here.
Hey,
She's
Darwin.
carrying this. You're pretty sure it's the Devilman staff.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Yeah.
So, I wasn't going to tell you right now, but so here we go. As I was leaving my house today, the Devilman appeared. And in the midst of sneaking away, Miranda called and he found me. But thankfully, she showed up. She came around the house and attacked him, so he didn't kill me. And we fought him and hurt him pretty badly. She really wailed on him with the sword, and he took off. But I think he was after this staff, which I've checked. Touching it is not affecting me at all. There's no weird feeling. I'm not going to do my wizard woo-woo stuff on it because I don't want to know it's there.
She hasn't noticed the stitch horns right there.
Whatever. Anyway, so we brought it with us because I didn't want the Devilman to come back and destroy my house while we're casing this.
Just thinking about, like someone seduced with powers. Yeah, no, it's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with it at all. No, it's not. It's cool.
Can I
Yeah,
touch
yeah,
it?
yeah.
Nope.
So we're gonna make
Is it
a
giving
circuit
you Wilmer
here,
vibes?
Mhm.
and then try to come back and be less noticeable. We'll probably stand further away, more in the shadows. So I guess they have what side did they say they were on?
East.
They're on the east side. We're probably gonna try it and go to the north side.
I don't know.
So if you want to try
There's no northern entrance.
Get
Nobody
shit
would come in on
what
that.
entrances are there
Or we
again?
could just
South and east.
Oh, okay. So we'll do the east
What
side.
note
You
edit
can
that
stay on
out?
the east side with
Blur it.
us,
Just blur it.
or you can go to the south side with them.
What? Volt's on the east side.
Yeah, we're on the east
So
side.
see.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
You said go to the south side with
We were
them,
made
right?
on the
Sorry,
south
let me try
side.
this again.
Just try that one more time.
So
Strike that. Reverse
you can
it.
either go on the same side as us, or you can go on the same side
He
as them.
doesn't know about him, though. We're the ones who got made.
Oh,
So he
okay.
could maybe monitor the south side. What do you think?
I'm thinking you just told me you were attacked by a devil man. We're just going to gloss
Well-
over this?
Okay, he ran away. I think he's good for tonight. I have the staff. We'll be
want to
fine.
say anything right now. I was just worried that maybe he would come back, and I wanted everybody to be on alert, but he probably won't.
Okay,
He's
question.
not going to come back.
Important to the staff of the devil man.
I brought it with me because I think he was attracted to my home because of the staff.
And you brought it with you.
Yes.
Hey, we're stronger together. She would have been by herself. The only reason I went by there, hey, you shouldn't have took that rock from the cemetery, by the way.
Worst comes to worst.
We're grave robbing now? I'm not down with this.
Look, worst comes to worst, Darwin. Devilman shows up, and all these people have come in. We'll just use the Devilman to wipe them out, and then we'll be fine.
The
Let's
devil
you and
man
him
doesn't really
fight.
seem
Let's
like
commit
a
genocide.
using type.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just saying. I had no choice. It was either not come tonight and help you guys, or bring the staff with me.
The options were, in fact, limited. It was trying to break into her house, and she was going to be there by herself if I hadn't showed up to reprimand her, but I saved her instead.
There was no reprimanding going on.
I know. I'm looking at her like, reprimand for what?
I didn't know. I don't know what you were doing with the rock. You could have told me what you were doing with the rock.
What rock?
Wasn't there a rock? I thought I saw
A
you
piece
take
of
a rock.
a vase that you used to make.
It was
medicine
a piece of a vase that was not even attached to it anymore.
Okay. Wow.
And I thought I would just take it so I could
Mhm.
listen to what was happening in the
You
cemetery.
could
So
do
grave
that.
robbing.
Yes.
You know, it's a
Right.
very,
Yes, that's right.
it's a very slippery slope becoming a good paladin to an evil warlock.
Yeah,
I've never been a
Anti-paladin.
paladin. I'm a
She
warden.
said,
It's
Mhm.
different. So, anyway.
They do execute
Anyway. And I would've been
warlocks. So
fine.
yeah, they're maybe not such
But I
good
got a
guys.
phone call while I'm hiding from the Devilman, and the phone actually rang.
Yep.
I guess that's impressive in its own right.
Yeah, you know who it was?
I called her.
So yeah, I had no choice but to bring the staff with me. All right, so
I feel like I'm being talked about.
Feel triggered?
I am also here.
okay. No, seriously, we're gonna get this side over here. You can either hang with us or them. Or you can find your own little spot that you think would be better.
Go your own way.
But understand, yes, I do have the Devilman staff. Does that make you nervous?
Don't return your goes home.
I won't be upset.
Does he look visibly
Ciao.
You got this covered. I don't
He's
know.
recounting all the
buffering.
places.
Watch
We
some
should go
episodes of
back to the
MASH
museum.
on videotape.
They told me it was going to be the World War II Museum.
Yeah.
Are you still wearing
How
your
is-
said
Death
that, though.
Museum t-shirt?
Well, that's a good question. Probably so.
Oh,
Yes,
Museum
but
of
I'm
Death.
also wearing my fancy coveralls.
Oh, right.
Ooh.
So it's
It's gonna
you know,
fit right
coveralls over Museum of Death.
Right.
Yes. Right. And your
It's
utility
very
belt.
fine material. I mean, it's really good
Fancy
shirt.
Really
coveralls.
comfortable
I like
shirt.
that.
Yeah.
Question: How, if I were to go to the corner of these two entrances, like, how far
damn it.
away would those entrances be from said corner?
This is about to be the most
Probably about 100
obvious.
feet. So you could maybe 150. You could see them. If anything, large is going in and out or something like that.
Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, we're good.
Also, around that
Yeah,
corner,
yeah.
because that would be the southeast corner.
Mhm.
What am I looking around? Because I know you said on the south side is a bunch of houses and stuff. If I go too far east, I hit that one park that
Yeah.
I want to go to.
Yeah.
You said that was like a couple blocks down or something
Right,
like
a
that.
couple blocks in. You're about maybe. You're going to be still primarily residential houses. Some of them are empty, and nobody is living in them. There's some that have little porch lights on and stuff like that. But there are a good many of them that are empty. You actually see now that you're looking at it. Katrina ran a lot of people out of town, and
Right.
they have not come back yet.
I was thinking I would take my scooter, go to the corner, probably at a round house that no one's living at, and chill. Send a message out saying, "Hey, I'm at the corner. Let me know if something happens."
I'll bring my big gun.
And you'd be able to see.
All right, so you post up. the corner.
everybody sees
Um,
that.
You take the scooter, probably roll it down the
I'm
street,
still
not really
just
ride it because it's
apologizing.
quiet. And sure enough, there are a couple houses on the corner that you can kind of
You saved me, so I'm glad.
slide in an alleyway between the buildings. There's trash. They obviously have been empty for a while.
Right.
You don't see anybody in the alley, which means you're probably not going to get jumped from behind.
Oh, good.
But you roll your scooter up in there and kind of hunker down and wait. Now, where are you two going?
I mean, it's up to you. I was just thinking if we
No,
just
we're just
stayed
down
down
the
the
street a
street
little
out of Oliver's sight, but
Within sight of him.
maybe
Yeah.
see him.
Okay.
We could get a signal if something starts popping.
So if
up.
he starts running, we're like, oh,
Oh.
need to go.
You get the flare, one of your magical
that's the
flares.
sound of recognizing trouble.
All right, so
Oh, that's it.
that's it.
They said there would be a sign. What's this? What are they? Explosion!
Alrighty, so
Lightning. Just
you settle in for your stakeout to watch and see what's going on. I need everybody make me an alertness check real quick, please.
I actually have that. 1.
I'm super.
Ah, 0.
I got 5.
+3.
Wow.
You're sitting there. You don't see anything really going on. Of course, there's a few people on the street. Most of them are towards the French Quarter, Louis Armstrong Park. Not in the park, but they're east of you, heading to Lafitte's and stuff like that. This area, especially after dark, is not terribly touristy, but east of you is where everybody would be going to bars and Lafitte's and stuff like that. You do see one of these ghost and vampire tours go by with a guy who's wearing a top hat and kind of tall stovepipe hat and a long black cloak, and he's got kind of a waistcoat. You get the idea. He's kind of going for the 1800s, gay 90s kind of thing. He's dressed pretty well. He's got the handlebar mustache and the beard, and he's talking about the St. Louis and stuff like that. And he stops and talks to his people, tells this ghost story about the St. Louis cemetery and how it's not safe to go in there at night. There's muggers and things like that, and so they started closing the gates, and then he toddles off down towards the French Quarter a little further with his little group of about 10 people in tow. So an hour goes by. You're kind of a little bored, but you're kind of keeping your eyes open.
I'm twirling the Devilman staff and playing with it now.
I'm playing Snake
because I'm
on my
bored.
phone.
Do you want to open your wizard site and look at it?
No, I'm just
checking.
No.
You're kind of playing with the staff. Nothing terribly going on. You're sitting at the gate. Don't see anything going on. You're not sure what. It's about 10 o'clock. Maybe a little early because you know that most of the stuff happens around midnight. Doesn't seem to be anything exciting. As you're sitting there, you notice from east of you, there seems to be a group of people walking up the street. One of them's got one of these huge ass beer, things, and another one's got a hand grenade, which is, the big green drink from the tropical aisle. They're kind of staggering around up the street. About the time they get to the corner, you both see them. No, you two, because you got the alertness of +5.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Duh.
There's something off about these guys. You get the feeling they're not, they're kind of being loud and boisterous and talkative and drunk, and you get the feeling they're not really drunk, that they're making a big show, like they're trying to either see if somebody's around or something.
You've
They're not
seen
really
someone
sure.
pretend to be drunk before.
I'm tempted to be pretend to be drunk. Hey, Miranda.
There's 5 of them. Or 6 of them, excuse me, 6 of them.
You see those people coming down the street there?
Yeah, the drunk revelers.
They're not drunk.
Oh.
I don't think they're drunk. I think
they're doing a really good job of pretending to be drunk.
Yeah.
Better than I did.
We should take notes, but yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think that they're really drunk.
No, they're not. You two both see them about the same time, and you're definitely sure that these guys are a lot more sober than they're letting on. They do have, maybe it's just that they've got more beer in their, little huge ass beer than they should, or they're not nearly as drunk. And they also seem to maybe have their heads on a swivel a little more than you would expect from people who were staggering around having a good time at the French Quarter. They definitely seem like they're looking for someone.
Now
or
what
something.
we did wrong.
Yeah.
We'll be much better girls next time.
Vote though. Eyes on them. There's something.
Yeah, these 5 guys, you see them. There's drunk fellows wandering down. They look like another group of tourists, but he lets you know, no, there's something off about these guys. You're not really sure what.
And I text the group.
I send the group
Yeah,
a
just
text as well.
yeah, it's just hey, something's off with these 6 guys.
Yeah.
Is my phone on silent? Can you put phones on silent in the? No,
I'm sure.
it's not going to work anyway. I just
The flip phone style.
So how are they looking?
Well, they're staggering along like they've been drinking, and they all have got various forms of, frozen drinks.
What do their clothes look like?
They're just, kind of t-shirts or,
They don't look goth or...
No, t-shirts, jeans. They're just dressed kind of like regular fellas out for a bender.
Okay.
But like I said, you've sussed out that they're definitely not as drunk. And they seem to be looking around a lot, like they're looking for someone. So, yeah.
let's just wait and see if they approach Oliver.
Yeah.
Yep. I think that's a good action.
Yeah.
So funny.
Did you actually protect?
So, what are you guys going to do? Now, you don't know that they look like anything but tourists, but of course you're not planning to jump out in front of them and scare them anyway. You're kind of just watching them go by. And this is probably the 14th group of tourists, well, maybe the 5th group of tourists that's wandered by. So, it's not anything unusual to have people kind of head in this direction every once in a while. Most of the time it's people in 2s and 3s, maybe 4s. This is probably a large group because there's 6 of them.
Yeah. Group of emojis, very curious to understand. Get Bunk's message like, oh, something's weird.
I didn't get anything.
There's 6 of them. We're 5. Oh, you didn't get the message?
Yeah.
I sent them a message. That was.
Yes, I got the message
Oh.
in real life. Della did not
Della
get the
did not
message.
get the message.
Oh,
Mm.
I sent this, and I, from a distance, show her my phone, the emojis that I sent.
I'm gonna need a stealth check.
Oh, God.
You did just light up the whole phone.
Look,
Oh, from me
Yeah,
or
I
from
think
her?
from you.
Oh,
both of y'all.
I didn't get anything.
Oh, you're right. So it's just her. Yeah, just stealth check from you.
Well, I mean,
Okay, 0.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, maybe you're the bait we needed.
All right. You hold up your phone. You guys have kind of slid over, behind a tree or something like that. You hold up your phone, and the light, just
Gonna
brightens
throw it.
up, and you go, oh crap, and then immediately cover it. But one of the guys snaps his head around, and he goes, "Hey, what are you doing?" And they begin staggering towards you, looking very, very drunk. You looking for a good time?
Oh, yeah! I got this, you say here. Oh, hey! What's
Well, they've
up?
seen you now.
I'm even more afraid.
They've seen you now. Yeah. Hey, you lady, we've been looking for some girls to drink with. Look, I got this huge ass beer.
Oh, you got a head
Awesome.
start on us.
Yeah, you want
Sure,
look.
give me a swig.
Okay, you take the beer.
Mm-hmm.
All
I'm
right.
ready.
You take the beer, take a swig, hand it back to him, and he says, "What are you girls doing out here? This is not a good place for ladies like you to be hanging around." And one of the other guys goes, "Yeah, it's
See?
dangerous. You never know what kind of people you might run into."
Oh, it's
I
so
know.
good that we ran into all these nice gentlemen to look out for our well-being.
Give me an alertness check, both of y'all.
it's such an honor to watch a warden work in person.
Yeah.
Like, just.
No, Jody, did you do an
What?
alertness
And
check?
a hand of God as
Jody.
well.
Yeah, 2. Oh, Lord, what'd you get?
2.
Yeah, you guys are kind of standing there talking to him, and one of the guys goes, "Yeah, a lot of nice guys." And you notice his voice is getting deeper, and he says, "To look out for you lovely ladies." And he kind of goes, and you notice that these guys have very subtly surrounded you. Today, on the Dresden Download, we're going to talk about ghouls. Now, ghouls in the Dresden Files are a lot different than ghouls than maybe you would find in Dungeons & Dragons. Ghouls in Dungeons & Dragons are undead. Ghouls in the Dresden Files are actually based on Islamic folklore. And they're not undead, though sometimes they do have a scent of decay that follows them around. The big thing about them is that they are much harder to kill than normal humans. Pretty much you have to decapitate them or do tremendous amounts of trauma to their damage before they will stop coming after you. They have very sharp claws, and also they need to eat 40 to 50 pounds of raw meat every day to survive. They prefer human meat. They also can elongate their jaws so that they can eat larger pieces of meat, which is kind of gross if you think about it. There's also a second type of ghouls. They call them super ghouls. Now, we don't see them very often. They only appear once in one of the books, and basically these super ghouls appear to be unkillable. Even if you reduce them to basically blood and chunks, they will reform eventually. Now, the ghouls that we're running to in my game are not the super ghouls. They are the regular ghouls, but they are still very hard to kill and very dangerous. We'll have to see how the group handles them in the next episode.